start. Alrighty. Welcome to our Veterans and Remembrance Day in 2025. Try to do this on the day of actual date, but unfortunately, we actually have a day, and it's weekday. That did have the option to run it, but it could have been some people. So, do it tonight. Yes. Thank you. With that, I'd like to honor our veterans staff from all nations, regardless, and those other countries celebrate it at a different day, but just figured this day was covered now. So I'm going to list off the number of members I remember that served, and some that aren't here. I might be off a little bit on their chant of what they did. Start off.
How do you turn off fucking hood?
What?
Well, you've got your stuff in your top right corner, you've got your bloke and your bars and it.
Not that I know of to hide it. Yeah, it does look awkward, doesn't it? I'll give Hellcat a minute. Get their Hellcat. I know how to do it in zoos, but that's about as far as I know.
No.
Alright. Well, I'm going to list off current members that are veterans that as I said, I remember now, so I won't miss, as I had spelled earlier, so I can make sure I'm correcting them. Sure. Here. Ray. Guns ablaze. Honorable discharge of the United States Navy. Yeah, thank you for service, guns. We have Red Weasel, discharge from the United States Army. We have Sheepdog, served in the U.S. Army, and I believe was honorable discharge. Becoming a cop. We currently have active duty is Stu Barton, U.S. Army. Got saved for that. Now we go on to our friends over on the pond. We have with us as Hellcat, with his honorable discharge, Royal Air Force. Thank you for your service there. Yeah. We also have Bulldog, with honorable discharge from what I say was tied to the British Army. Who were, if I remember correctly, our version of the National Guard.
Yep, correct.
Thank you for your service as well there, Bulldog. We have member Nels, Royal Air Force, who's on leave or working. You can never figure out with him now, but he is currently active. Current member who just recently retired, which was he was former Royal Air Force, is retired out of the British Army, Richard. And as we miss him, hope he comes back.
Here.
and also former retired British Army. That is the list I have, and then what I do that served. If I am missing someone that is current, do tell me. Alrighty. Well, I asked.
Did we mention Red Weasel?
Yes, I didn't ask. I did mention Red after Ray. Red was fired. Yes. All right. Well, have Hellcat approach and raise the British flag. Excellent. Thank you, Hellcat. And now I'll have guns approach U.S. flag at the half. Thank you, Gil. All right. For our friends across the pond, as it is your Remembrance Day, does anyone want to come up and pass the announcement of someone they want to remember from service? You don't have to come up if you want to.
I have someone half charge.
Okay, would you want to come up and do that?
One, 3, 4, 2, 8, 0. Corporal Wilfred Thomas, 2nd Royal Fusiliers. Lieutenant David Behrman, 2nd Royal Fusiliers. Corporal Des Duckett, 14th Regiment Royal Signals. Sergeant Baz Bearwood, Royal Air Force. God rest them all. Per Ardua.
Does anyone else, even if it's the U.S., have someone remember?
I can.
Okay, want to come up, or do you want to do it down there?
Remember, senior aircraftman Tom Johnson only served 6 months, and I sent him to his death. Back. Very young.
Anyone else?
I'd like to remember a couple people.
Okay.
I'd like to remember my father, Special Forces Boss John Nesbitt, U.S. Army, passed away 15 years ago. Currently, my Uncle Boyd, Master Sergeant United States Army, retired. Some people I served, Staff Sergeant Gerald Von Quinn, bases. Good friend.
Anyone else? I got a couple myself that I knew. My other grandfather, my mother's father, Maurice Polk, served in the U.S. Army during the Vietnam War time, but wasn't deployed. I have an uncle who served in the U.S. Air Force, currently a truck driver, alive. I have a couple of family members that were cousins that served. One was in the Gulf War Army. They were deployed. And I want to remember that fellow that my father worked with, that he might have forgotten. Unfortunately, he took his own life when he came back from deployment. Senior Airman Michael Keene. And I have a couple of former co-workers that I knew that served. I just knew they were veterans, Brantford, but they were great people. Take a moment of silence for everyone we knew that had gone or currently serving in the Army. Well, I got a few other things to do before we can call this good. Hopefully, that have a 20 salute. Nice field artillery guns in the back.
Okay, present arms.
Moment as this worked in all my testing, it's decided to act up.
Order off.
That was the first that they worked in every testing I did. First call. Gone down. Alrighty, and then now, fun part, I am going to fly over, give a moment. The British aircraft did not want to cooperate to begin with, so I'm going to have to do the ambient flyby. So, You look to your southwest, you'll see them on the horizon coming. The aircraft is on a slow approach. The helicopter is at normal speed. They should be passing center stage. And on behalf of our across the pond, the British Royal Air Force, British Army, Royal Marines, Royal Navy. Now up, U.S. military helicopters. The helicopters will be a moment. They are on their way. helicopters, which was in the lead was the H6 Little Bird family of OH6, MH6, and the AH6 Blackbirds. Followed behind was the UH-1 Huey. Followed on top of the SOAR, the MH-47, both variants of the MH-60 Blackhawk. Followed behind them was the standard Army Chinook, Blackhawk, of course the iconic Apache. Followed behind with the Marines, the CH-53, UH-1 Venom, and the AH-1 Viper. Last but not least, now would be the aircrafts. I had to do this manually, as in I'm one of those five the air demonstration. that will conclude tonight's this year's Veterans and Remembrance Day. Thank you. And that is it.